Hi everyone, I'm Dani Walker. Welcome to my channel. Today's episode is the Miss USA 2019 preliminary competition recap. That is a mouthful. Okay. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell, as well as give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and comment on your thoughts. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, you can do so at Dani Walker. Whew, I have notes, friends. I have notes. Wow, okay, there's a lot to say here. I loved the opening number dresses. I was like, why couldn't we have those opening number dresses last year? Why was I in the mocha colored satin dress? Why did they put that on me? My favorite intro look was from Kansas. I loved just her hair, her makeup, the off-the-shoulder cascading beads. Loved it. I am in the kitchen today because I don't have daylight and I also don't have all my great studio lights with me right now. So you guys always ask why I'm filming in the weirdest places. It is just to make these episodes happen as quickly as possible. First of all, loved Sarah's look. Sarah, I love you in gold so much. I was like dying with that entire bronzed sleeve. Just everything about it, I was like, yes. Like, it made me so happy. Interesting that we had the same almost stage pattern as the teens. So the difference was that everybody entered from stage left instead of stage right. So that provided a different camera angle. I did not love the camera angle. That diagonal angle that was shot as the girls were initially walking out was not working for me because the girls were looking one way and then their body was positioned a different way and then the camera was capturing a completely different angle. It was just not working for me. I just did not think that that was the most flattering shot for all of the girls. I really hope that they change that for finals. One funny thing to me was everyone trying to execute one of Catriona's turns. So whether it was her evening gown turn or that slow motion swim turn, it just wasn't the same. The magic was not there. Please don't shoot for that during finals. Unfortunately, I felt like I could see a lot of contestants' nerves tonight. That was one thing I really noticed because they really zoomed in on their faces and then you could see their chest rising up and down as they were breathing really hard. You could really see the nerves or the tension in their face. That's why it's so important to breathe on stage and practice that mindset. I wasn't fond of the music that they played during the video packages. I felt like some of the footage was cute of the contestants, but then the music didn't complement it. It didn't do anything to just like hype up the energy or make things exciting. Am I the only one who felt like I was watching Miss America in terms of the styles of the gowns? The gowns and the styling was overall very Miss America, and I was surprised. And I feel like that is because everybody had to wear Sherry Hill. That made me really sad. Are they allowed to change dresses for finals this time? Is anyone changing dresses for finals? Can we please? I hope that that's about to happen. Why do girls wear stripper heels with a dress that has a high slit? It's a styling choice I just do not understand. It doesn't make you look really great, like your legs don't look great, and then you're just drawing all the attention to your feet as well as telling everyone, look how short I am. If you're watching this episode on a mobile device, make sure that you screenshot it, post it in an Instagram story, and tag me at Dani Walker with your thoughts. I'm about to get real cutthroat for the swimsuit competition. What happened to so many of my favorites? I felt that I saw stronger swimsuit performances at state pageants than I did at nationals, and I don't understand what's going on, but not to say that there weren't some amazing things. Let us begin with Arkansas. Whoa. I was totally blown away. I was completely mesmerized by her. Her gaze at the end of that swim routine, whoa, beyond impressed with Arkansas. I had a feeling about Kansas. I loved her performance at her state pageant. I think that yes, at state she was a little bit stronger in swimsuit, but still, plenty good enough for a semifinal, if not a top 5. Marilyn was a contestant I was on the fence about, and I don't think I included her in the pre-arrival picks. Part of that reason was because I felt that she just photographed so differently than she appeared on film, or really appeared all over the place. So I felt that there was a lot of inconsistency there, so that's why she didn't get bumped in. But tonight, her swim performance, yes, loved her. I got a very international vibe from her when she was walking on stage. Minnesota, who I've mentioned before, her face is just, whoa, what a talent. I wish that was my talent too. Yes, Nevada. Okay, so let's talk about this. I love that she had softer makeup, and that has been my main issue, I would think, with like not putting her into a semifinal in my pre-arrival picks, because I always thought that the hair and the makeup was really overdone on her in photos and even on stage, and she's a beautiful girl, and I always thought she just doesn't need it. So I was so happy to see that tonight she had a very beautiful soft glam look. New Jersey, one of my favorites. There's just something about her that I don't know what it is. Maybe it's in the eyes, but I like how clean she always is on stage. She's not ever trying too hard for her stage routines, and I love that about her. New Mexico. So I talked about the camera angles that I didn't like, but when New Mexico did a turn as she entered, the angle that she stopped at was captured very well. Her pose at the end of that turn was the only one that I really liked. It was something that worked for me. Great swimsuit performance, did not disappoint. Ohio. I have been loving Ohio more and more and more throughout Miss USA. As I've been looking at all of the photos, I keep finding things about her and I'm just like, I just like you more and more every single day. So stunning and flawless. I am obsessed with her hair for swimsuit. I thought it looked phenomenal. Please keep it that way. Looked stunning. The last girl I'm going to mention for swimsuit favorites is Texas. Texas is obviously from a strong state. She's also a former national title holder and just an overall strong competitor. So for me, she just didn't disappoint. I would say just met that expectation. So yay, Texas. I know, that's not that many. We're moving right along to gown. Arkansas stood out for me once again. Granted, because everybody had to wear the Sherry Hill dresses, her gown didn't necessarily wow me, but she did look incredible in it. It wasn't anything new that we've seen, but it was still a good look for her. And I felt like a lot of contestants this year, because they were limited with style choices, they selected a dress, and for the sake of being different, which I can understand, they just took a dress we've seen before and they changed the color of it, or they changed the fabric of it. And it wasn't a great change for the dress. There's a reason that the original style was made in a certain color. For me, like I said, her gown wasn't original, but she was still stunning. I didn't mention California in swim, but I'm going to mention her in gown. Obviously, she has a stunning face. I absolutely love her personality. I love her confidence. She shines to me in conversation. So for me, I still see her being in a semifinal. We can tell that this is her second pageant. I just want to see her relax a lot more on stage and just own being up there, because she has the qualities of a title holder. But if you don't recognize that just yet, then that can really reflect in that stage performance. Florida, I'm a little torn on. When she walked on stage, the bottom of the dress almost looked like she was walking on a cloud, which I loved. I should mention she did do pretty well in swim, but I just liked her more in gown. The thing that I had issue with was that centerpiece of fabric, because to me, it just drew the eye right down there. And I don't think that our regions are a good place to draw the eye to, especially on stage. So she has such a stunning face, and I think it's always important to bring that attention up. Kansas. With the choices that they had, it didn't seem like they had many, but I thought Kansas still made a really chic and simple choice, especially with her hairstyle. I was a little torn that it was a velvet. It looked velvet, at least from YouTube, which to me almost dates a dress sometimes. Reminds me of like a 1980s, 1990s. But what really worked for me was that high slit that she had. Loved it. I don't normally like slits, but it was working for me. Marilyn. Stunning in yellow, and the silhouette of the dress, the sheer panels with the lattice beading. One thing I noticed was that I felt that she seemed a little bit more nervous in gown than she seemed in swimsuit, but I still think her performance deserves at least a semifinal spot. Torn on Minnesota. That leopard was so distracting to me. I just kept staring at it and wondering why? Why leopard? Why leopard? And then she got to the end and she did her little over the shoulder look and once again flawless face, and I loved that part, but it was really hard for me to get over the leopard. Mississippi looked great in that white gown. Oh my gosh, showing off her legs and her shape. I really did like that. I still want to include Nevada in gown, although I didn't feel that her gown performance was as strong as her swim performance, but I still like her. New Jersey is still solid for me. The dress wasn't anything unique or original, I would say. We've seen styles like that, but at least it was well done. At least in this case, it was a safer choice that looked good on her. So I'm glad she actually went with a more plain dress, I would say, that we've seen in the past, but it looked good on her. Everybody knows that I love New Mexico so much. I absolutely love her. I loved her performance for gown, but because of those camera angles and where that slit was on the dress with that sort of origami horsehair hemline that was happening up towards her waist, it was not captured in the best way. I hope that there's an adjustment for finals night because like I said, I still think she deserves that spot in a semifinal or even a top 5. But I just didn't like the angles that were shot of the dress and I was like, no, if you could just rotate a little bit more. But her performance was still really great and I think that's what should, at the end of the day, it should be accounted for. Ohio knocked it out of the park for me. Tonight, that was my favorite hair, gown, and styling. Wow. Ohio, please stay in that dress. Please do your hair like that again. If I was judging, top 5. And obviously, if she had a great interview. Like I said, I love her more and more. I love Ohio. Texas. Interestingly enough, Texas did the same beading pattern right under the bust that she wore and won in for Miss United States. So that was interesting to see that she went with that same style, but a different silhouette, a different fabric, and a different color. And also she wore her hair up for gown this time like she did at state instead of down and voluminous. I liked the dress. I thought that it was a solid performance. Like I said, this year we are not really seeing unique styles that are working. So now I'm just loving the girls that actually went a little bit more safe because at least safe this year is solid and Texas had a solid performance. Utah's gown, love. I love Amanda's style overall, and that dress with the neck piece that went to the arm with the cascading crystals reminiscent of the Gianni Strazio waterfall back piece that was worn by Juliana when she was first runner-up at Miss USA. Y'all remember that? Beautiful, also gorgeous on Amanda. So I loved that. And also I think Amanda did well in swim, but for me, she's one of the girls where she killed it at the state competition. And I think her state performance was just stronger than her national performance, but I still love her and I still think she did phenomenal tonight. And that's what matters. Lastly, I want to talk about Virginia. So she was another contestant where I was on the fence about her for my pre-arrivals picks, but tonight I did love that Sherry Hill gown. We've seen it quite a few times, but it's just a great gown and it's really a remake of the dress that Washington USA, Abby, my sister queen, wore last year. So instead of the halter neckline, it's the one strap. I think it's very complimentary. I think Virginia is a gorgeous girl. I thought that she had a good swimsuit performance. So for me, that would still be like a semi-final, but I'm not sure yet, depending on what happens during finals, about a top 5 placement. It's gonna depend on that interview, but Virginia is a really stunning contestant. These are my thoughts, but I want to hear your opinions as well. So please comment down below your favorite contestant. Who do you think is going to take home that Miss USA title? Thank you guys so much for watching this preliminary recap. I hope that you all enjoyed it, that you're going to subscribe to the channel and share this episode with your friends. Give the video a thumbs up and follow me on social media at Dani Walker. I will be attending Miss USA 2019. I'll also be doing a vlog and a recap with some of my sister queens from the class of 2018, which I hope you guys are really going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy filming it and sharing it with you. So please be sure to check back on my channel real soon for that content.